What's up everyone, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm doing a laser hair removal update. Now first of all, just ignore all of this stuff in the background. I'm actually going to be filming my updated wash and go routine, but I decided, you know what, why not, before I do that, go into a little bit of my laser hair removal update and let you know any of the changes that I've seen and any recommendations. Now, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check out my channel. I go through kind of my experience working with Milan Laser and kind of the initial questions most people have when they're considering getting that procedure done. I also talk about my first time getting like a consultation, as well as the pain level, the cost, and all of that. So that's like a really good introductory video if you're interested in laser overall. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow along with my videos. The first question, why did I originally decide to try laser and what problem was I hoping to solve? So this is very straightforward. I'm a very hairy person, just gonna be honest, and the problem that I wanted to solve was just the hair on my face. Now, I grow hair on my upper lip and on my chin. I would say the chin area really was problemsome for me because the hair grows very coarse and it's just was very tiring to wax every week, to pluck. And then on my lip, it wouldn't grow as frequently or be as noticeable, but I would have to wax like almost every 2 to 3 weeks. With my chin, it started out every week and then it got more frequent. Getting older, I noticed my hair was growing more frequently. It was getting harder to remove, and it was actually getting to a point where I was spending so much money buying like those wax strips and shaving, and just I was annoyed. So I went and I decided to get laser hair removal, and it overall has helped me just feel more confident. How many sessions have I had so far and what areas am I treating? Like I said before, I'm treating my upper lip as well as my chin. My chin, I've finished getting like all my sessions. So if you don't know, Milan recommends around 10 sessions to see, you know, major hair reduction. And that's something to keep in mind as well. When I first did the consultation, I thought it was just laser hair like permanent removal, but it's actually not that. It reduces the amount of hair on your body. So that's something to keep in mind as well, because you want to make sure that you know there is a possibility that hair might grow back. Also, I am so sorry for this glare. Hopefully it doesn't annoy you too much. Let me try to actually. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're thinking about getting laser, just that it's not going to remove everything. What changes did I notice after the first session versus now? Now, compared to the first session to now, I'll talk about my chin. I've noticed a like noticeable difference. My chin feels so much smoother. Can't really see the hair. And also changed kind of, I don't know if texture is the right word, but my hair is no longer super thick in that area. If it grows back, it's very thin, and if you touch it, you can't feel any of the hairs. So I definitely noticed a change there. Now, I'll get to my lip later, but just keep that in mind that for the chin, it definitely made a difference, and I'm so happy that I got it done. I never really got ingrowns or anything like that. My hair didn't cause like hyperpigmentation, so that really wasn't the issue. I would say it was just more so I don't like to look like I have hair on my lip and chin, and it was just annoying to have to keep removing it. This is a very important question that I wanted to make sure I addressed in this video. And it is, were there any side effects, setbacks, or things I wasn't warned about? I wouldn't say I wasn't warned about. I would just say I didn't do my research on. Number one, you may start to grow hair in areas that you never grew hair before. And that can be very scary. So when I first got laser hair on my chin, you know, the hair would grow back just on my chin area. And then as the months would progress, I would notice that hair was growing like on my neck area. And it was getting kind of scary because I'm like, I never grew hair like on my neck. It was very fine, but it was growing a lot. And I'll try to insert a video so you can see it. And that was kind of alarming because I wasn't expecting hair to grow back at all. But if it is gonna grow back, at least grow back in the area where I had the hair to begin with. That's something you wanna be aware of, is that hair might grow back in other areas. So you just wanna be conscious of that. Try not to freak out, but I do think it's important to know that that is a possibility. Another thing that I noticed, and honestly, I kind of don't wanna put that out there because I don't want you to get like scared or anything, but like I noticed more like moles and like beauty marks. I'll try to get closer that you can see on my neck that I haven't noticed before. And I don't know if that's due to the laser hair removal. I'm not super nervous about it because I also know that as we get older, we start to grow like moles or beauty marks and that sort of thing. So that's not really uncommon, but it's just something that I noticed. Not really sure if it's related to laser hair removal, but just thought I would mention that. All right, next question. What's one thing I wish I knew before starting laser hair removal? I absolutely love this question. You know, hindsight is always 20/20, and you don't know unless you try something sometimes. But when you're making such a huge investment like laser hair removal, you want to make sure you have as much information as possible. One thing I probably would not have done was purchase laser hair on my upper lip. The reason why is because laser hair, in my opinion, doesn't really work well on fine hair. My hair on my upper lip has grown back, I would say maybe a little bit slower than it did before. You can tell that kind of the upper lip hair was removed, but if I'm being honest with myself, I probably really didn't need to get it done on my lip. And at the place, they did say that they kind of gave me a discount on it when I purchased my first package. I even think they said it was free. But I don't know, the math really isn't mathing. I actually think they were charging me for my upper lip hair removal. So I don't know, but I just think I really haven't noticed a huge difference. I think the hair does grow back and it's the same level of thickness. In that sense, I think it was just a waste of time. And if I'm being really honest with myself again, it really wasn't a hassle to kind of wax my upper lip or shave my upper lip. I was just being, you know, a little excited about the results on my chin and getting the laser hair removal done that I decided to go with it. I think I would have saved a little money with that. And then in doing research, I found that other people who have fine hair, they haven't really noticed a huge difference. I think electrolysis is probably best. Yeah, I think it probably works better for individuals with dark, thick hair as opposed to those with fine hair, and I wish I definitely would have known that because I wouldn't have gotten that area done. But let me know in the comments if you've gotten laser or if you're thinking about getting laser and if you've seen, you know, kind of a difference with your hair texture. Would I recommend laser hair removal at this stage and to who specifically? I definitely would recommend laser hair removal, but with anything, you want to make sure that you do your research. If your hair is kind of contributing to kind of having like a lack of confidence, and if you're getting constant ingrown hairs, if it's just really uncomfortable, I would recommend it. It is an investment. Laser hair removal is not cheap, especially at Milan, but I would say it's a good investment because in the long run, whether your hair is completely gone or it's hair reduction, you're gonna feel more confident and better. I also have been learning that laser hair removal can help with acne. Now, I don't know how proven that is, but I've been doing more research on that. So maybe talk with a medical doctor if you're considering getting it done, and if acne is a struggle for you, maybe it can help with that. But again, I'm not no medical doctor, so just take my information as an opinion. Definitely consult the experts in this field. Last thing I want to mention is that everyone's pain tolerance is different. People's hair is different. So yes, definitely, you know, follow me, follow my journey, but look at other people's videos, make sure you're doing your research, talk with the laser hair tech at the company, make sure that you're, you know, just being diligent with it because it is like a strong beam of light that is shooting at your hair follicle. So you just want to make sure that it is something that you really want and that you're not just getting because, you know, it's kind of gaining a little popularity. So that's all for my update on my laser hair removal journey. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for this video, and leave down below what your experience is. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them, and I look forward to connecting with you all next time.